All right, guys, back again for episode 22. We got a very special guest, one of my favorite fighters now, since I've been watching him fight and all. We got Nahir Albright, a lightweight prospect, 10-1, 4 knockouts, and he's also known as Pretty Boy Woo on IG. Woo, thank you so much for joining, bro. We always appreciate it.
No problem, bro. I'm just ready to have fun. Let's do this.
Of course, of course. All right, so my first question I have for like the viewers and all. So let everybody know where you're from.
I was born in Philadelphia. My family is from Philadelphia. I have a bunch of family from there. I moved around my whole life, so I can claim a couple different places, but Philadelphia is definitely like my home base for where most of my family is from.
Awesome. All right, cool. Yeah, and plus it's a hell of a fight town too. So like I mean, no matter if you're a boxer or even at life, you're always fighting in Philly. So yeah, of course. So what age did you start boxing at?
I started at 13, like out the summer of me being 13. I had my first fight at the age of 14. So I've been
Okay.
boxing for like 10 years now, 10 plus years.
Wow. Awesome. That's awesome to hear. So, I mean, obviously, it's still fresh a little bit for you. But if you can let everyone know about amateurs, so like how many amateur fights you had, any type of achievements, and also I love this question too to follow up that. Like, when did you know you were ready to go pro?
Okay. To start off, I had about I think like 30 some amateur fights. I used to fight in local tournaments like the Lucian Blackwell. It's like a Philly tournament. I won that like 6 times. I fought in the Golden Gloves. I won the state title at 17. I was 17. Um, in the national pile, I fought. I only had like not 10 fights, and I fought someone with 150 fights, and I hung in there. I did my thing. It was a controversial loss, but I got a what Olympic trials. I was the semifinalist. Um, yeah, I had an okay amateur career.
All
I
right,
fought I fought
awesome.
some top guys.
Okay, cool, awesome. And then when did you know that you were ready to go pro?
I knew I was ready to go pro when I was sparred like with guys with 13 pro fights, and I would beat them up. Like I was in there like I was the pro. So I was on that level. So I was like, yeah, I'm ready to turn pro.
All right.
Yeah.
Awesome. Yeah, I mean we have gotten like awesome answers and all. Like I know like we had Dylan Price on like when we first started this, and he was saying that it was like kind of like a battle between like him and David, because like David wanted him to do like one more tournament before he went pro and all. And then of course we talked to Scooter, and Scooter said once I got rid of the headgear, he knew it was time to go pro and all. And then also like certain trainers, want at least like 50 fights out of the fighter in order for them to go pro and all. But all right, cool. Yeah, that's
All right.
awesome that you knew through sparring and all.
Yeah, yeah.
All right. And then also, so let's talk about your pro debut. So I also like to ask this question to show that boxers are human. I mean, they might act like, Mr. Tough Guy heading in, but like I kind of want to get into your head a little bit for this one. So your pro debut was September 1st, 2016 at the
Yeah.
Foxwoods Resort in Connecticut. You fought Anthony Larinato. So what were your nerves like? Like were you nervous, or was it like kind of like calm, cool? Uh, since you had like a lot of fights in your amateur background and all.
Honestly, man, I was so pumped to turn pro. I didn't care who and where or what weight. I wasn't thinking about none of that. Like I was so inexperienced as a fighter. I didn't know nothing about the pro ranks or how it went. I just wanted to fight. So like once I heard about the fight, like 10 days prior, I took it on like 10-day notice. I took it 2 weight classes above mine. Um, I wasn't nervous at all. Like I really wanted to turn pro. Like I just was so hungry for turning pro. I wasn't nervous. It was fun to me. Like I was hyped, excited.
Okay. That's awesome. That's super cool. Yeah, and then like obviously, like losing on the pro debut that did not get you down at all. I mean, like even the big guys from here lost in their pro debut, and they've had hell of careers. Like Tevin,
Yeah.
B Hop also lost in his pro debut, and like you've been in a house on fire since
Yeah.
that first fight. You're 10-1. So yeah, I mean that's just something where it's like, oh yeah, I mean I just like didn't have it or whatever. But I mean yeah, but, like you just didn't let that get you down
Honest,
or anything.
yeah, honestly, like I feel like it was how I lost. Like it was a
Right.
controversial loss, like a majority decision in his hometown. So like it, I already knew in my heart that I want to fight. So
Right.
my momentum wasn't bad. I just was like, okay, I can't leave it in judges' hands. I got to do more.
Yeah.
So like I just was just eager and ready. Like I know my talent, so I wasn't. I'm not surprised that I'm 10-1.
Right. Exactly. All right. And then so this one's probably my favorite question out of the whole entire things that I have lined up for you, because to me, like after like getting to like meet you and like see you like back in November for like Rodney's first card, like you are like an inspiration for like a lot of people, whether they have like, or like they think that they've hit rock bottom, and they
Uh-huh.
and they just look at you and see how like you didn't let that ruin you. You just kept building up and all. So let's talk about your trials and tribulations during like your boxing career, because like we're friends on Facebook and Instagram, so
Yeah.
like I'm always seeing like what you posted. I'm like, wow, like that is incredible that Woo's really turning it around and just like doing amazing things. Yeah, so why don't you let everyone know about the grind and the struggle, like your whole entire time trying to pursue your career as a professional boxer.
All right. All right. So I'm gonna get started back when I was amateur. I'm gonna take it back. When I first started boxing, like we didn't have nowhere to train. We trained outside. Like we literally trained at a football park. We just had a pair of gloves, some pads, and a body armor. And my coach just always told me, said, one day we're gonna have our own gym and everything gonna fall into place. One day you're gonna get to a level where you just winning and you're gonna be unstoppable. So I just never stopped dreaming. Like it just was a dream of mine. And it was a long time coming. Like just to be able to hit a heavy bag or a speed bag. Like I take little things in. Like I don't take little things for granted. Also, coming up in the pro ranks after I lost, everybody was looking at me as an opponent. People wouldn't even put me on posters, flyers. They wouldn't even put my name on there. Um, I was treated bad, like, and I was just like, dang, like I was like, coach, like, dang, coach, like, why they chill? I could really fight, like, and God, God turned it around. Like I just stayed prayed up, kept working hard. Like I just worked hard day and night, stayed prayed up, and God, sure enough, in time changed it around. Now my name is on the front of posters. Now I'm getting a recognition. Now people noticing me, and it's a good feeling. Like coming from nothing, like it's a good feeling.
Yeah, that is incredible. I mean, like I even see you like post stuff too, where like like you didn't even know like where you were going to like like live and sleep and all, and now like you're hooked up with a great promoter, Rodney Rice. That's definitely looking out for your benefits and all, and you just keep winning, and like people are gonna be watching. I mean, like you're just moving up the rankings on a box recs, like the holy Bible for all these fighters coming up and all. So like when all these matchmakers are trying to see like who's ranked where, you're moving along and all. So yeah, I mean you are a huge inspiration. I could definitely see you like giving back, like
Yeah,
whether it's not now or like a year or two from now. Like I could definitely see you just talking to like troubled kids that kind of don't have the life that some kids are fortunately able to have it, and I could see you definitely being like a motivational
that's
person
what
for
that's
them.
what it's all about. At the end of the day, like I feel like God put us here for a purpose, and the purpose is
Right.
bigger than just winning a fight and having money. Like that's not my purpose. I feel like my purpose is really to inspire people and change lives. 'Cause I know what it feels like to be in that situation. Like I know what it feels like. So that's
Of
why like the
course.
more I win is the bigger I get, and the bigger I get is the more people I can touch. So it's bigger than me.
Yeah.
This boxing is bigger than me. So that's my fuel, that's
Yes.
my motivations.
Yeah. And then also I was really honored. So like I didn't know how that autograph when I asked you like meant to you, with like all you meant. So like when I asked you, I am like a real one. So like I always get like, all the Philly fighters. Like I had this big ass binder and I hope it comes to the grave with me because I got like everybody, all the big prospects and stuff. So like I felt like, yeah, I definitely wanted to add you in it, but I didn't realize how like it meant to you, to
Yeah,
literally, you were like trying to build your brand and like now you're signing autographs. So yeah, I mean, I was really honored when how special that autograph meant to me.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. Like likewise, bro. Like I mean, that meant a lot. I mean, somebody, I mean,
yeah,
asked for autograph, so I definitely appreciate it.
yeah. I know. And then I'm gonna have to print that picture out for you because I know you really liked it. So I'll give it to you probably after the fight because I also had Joey, the tank came by before we started, and he really liked the picture that I had of him, so I have to print him out one too. Yeah, for sure. What else do I got for? Okay, yeah, and then also we could touch up a little bit on this, but talk about your relationship with boxing promoter Rodney Royce, RDR Promotions, because he always
Mhm.
refers to you on every flyer and every post that you're the heart of RDR Promotions. So how special does that mean? And just talk about your relationship as like a friend and also a business partner with Rodney Royce.
All right. Yeah. I met Rodney probably like 2 years ago or a year ago. I used to go to his gym to spar his fighters and all that. And he always showed me love. He always was like, yo, this kid is really, he always used to pull me to the side. Like, yo, you really got it. Like, just keep going hard. This was before he was a promoter. And so I always was like on good spirits with him. Like, we always was cool. And once he took interest in me, it took our relationship to the next level. I feel like I got to know him better as a person. And he down to earth guy. Like he actually cared for my well being outside of boxing. So that's definitely appreciated. And we just got a vision. We both got a vision for where we're going, and we just gonna make it happen. Like we working hard, and I mean, sky's the limit. Sky's the limit.
Of course, yeah. I mean, I met him back in November. I mean, and he's just a phenomenal guy. And like, I feel like like he does like. Of course, at the end of the day, like you do want your events to sell, but like, I mean, like it's also a matter of getting all these fighters paid because the pandemic wiped everyone out, small businesses, and even like
And
even the club fighters too. Like that was like hurting everybody's bag. So like
that,
I'm totally fine with buying tickets from fighters, and also like as long as you guys are getting paid at the end of the day, then I think it's a great event.
yeah, yeah, most definitely.
Of course. All right. I know we touched up a little bit on this too, but like, like a lot of people, so like they think like, like you guys are making close to like 70 to 100K per fight, but they don't realize the grind where it comes from, making posters, fight shirts, tickets and all. So why don't you talk about your grind and building your brand and also your fan base too? What has that
Oh
been like
yeah,
for you?
it takes a lot of work. Like you said, people really think that you out here like rich. I'm like, bro, look, I'm still trying to get it. I can't get y'all free tickets right now, bro. Like when I make it, I got y'all, but just hold on, like feel me. But it's a grind. Like I want to start making shirts to sell to my fans. I need to start printing out posters like you posted out and bring them to my
Yes.
fights so I can start signing autographs after my fights. Yeah, I got like a lot of plans on building my brain and moving up. Like this year is the year.
Yes.
This year
Yeah, cool. Yeah,
it's
I mean shirts are probably the best.
good.
Yeah. All right. And then before I ask you about your goals for 2021, I do have to ask you, Nick wasn't able to make it to the interview unfortunately, but I do have to ask you about your musical career. So like not only are you a hell of a boxer, but you got the voice of an angel. I mean, I'm not even afraid to say that, but your voice is awesome. I will never forget. I went to that show in November, and I was like, "Is that a Woo up there on stage singing the Mario song "Let Me Love You"?" I was like,
Yeah,
"Damn, man, he's tearing it up." So like, why don't you talk about your music and your passion for it, and also like, do you like record on the side and stuff and just like post it up?
yeah. Like actually, my career it's been on hold because I've been fighting so much.
Yeah.
But like, still record and write songs when I can. I'm gonna drop something like I'm gonna drop some new music very soon, new videos, all that. But right now, I had to put that to the side a little bit to focus on my fights because it been coming rapid. I'm like, I got to focus, like
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
it works hand in hand because like every fight I win, I get more exposure, and that exposure is gonna just tune people into my music also. So I just
Of
gotta stay
course.
focused.
Yeah, and like I thought that Sheem was joking around when he said that he went to one of your fights where you knocked a dude out and then you wound up singing the anthem, but it literally happened again. I was literally in friggin' tears when I watched that fight on February 6th and you came out and sang the anthem for like the Donald
Yeah,
Smith
yeah,
main event. I was like, "Oh shit, this is crazy."
yeah.
Uh,
Yeah, I've been doing that as an amateur, and now it's just translating over to the pros. So like
That's
it's like step by step. Like I'm gonna go from singing it at club shows to singing it on Showtime one day, and it's gonna
perfect.
be dope.
Yeah. Yeah. I cannot wait to see that. So what's your goals for 2021? I mean, I absolutely love what you're doing now. Like you're doing the quick turnarounds. You fought February. You also had one literally last week, and now you're fighting April 3rd. So like, what's your goals? Like, how many fights are you trying to get, or do you have like anything like big coming up, or do you what do you have set for you for the whole year?
Um, well, me and my team, like we decided that we wanted to make this a busy year,
Hmm.
but we're definitely looking for like a big fight by the end of 2021. Definitely like maybe a TV fight or
Yes.
thing of nature, but we definitely going to stay active and keep building.
All right. Cool. Oh, and then I did miss this one too. So like obviously you do have a fight in a couple weeks. Very excited that it's at the 2300 arena. So we are back at home. So
Yeah.
what do you have planned for that? I mean, you got a really good opponent coming in here to fight you, but what do you know about him and what type of game plan do you got for him?
Um, I know he's a hard puncher. Out of his 6 victories, 4 of them didn't make it.
Yeah.
I know he's gonna come. He's gonna come in shape. He's from Maryland. They come to fight, but it's just preparation for me. Like I prepare, long as I prepare and do what I'm supposed to do, I feel like no man could beat me. I feel like no man could beat me if I don't beat myself. And I'm expecting a great fight though. Like I'm not expecting no easy fight. I'm expecting let's go to war. Like let's go to war, bro. Like let's have a Pacquiao Marquez fight. Like
Love it.
for the
Love it.
fans. Let's do it. So I'm just ready just to just have a great show and like put on a great show for all my fans. And afterwards, get lit, have fun.
Yes, of course, of course. Yeah, I mean, I think it's gonna be a great show because, like, just watching it, like, I absolutely love your jab and all, and you established that very well early into the fights and all. And your
Yeah,
powers coming along the way. I mean, I just keep seeing you
yeah,
power
seriously.
punches the last two fights. The powers coming, but yeah, you really do great job establishing the jab and all early on and all. Yeah.
Yeah, that's definitely facts that you said. My power is coming along because even like I always had it because like in all my fights I dropped everyone like everyone besides my debut, but everyone got buckled or dropped in my fights. So my power always been there. I just feel like now I'm just sitting down on my punches and like now I know my power. So like when you know and you're aware, you like all
Yes.
right, like all I do is land my punch and the fight's gonna turn around. So like I'm more confident in my power now.
Awesome. Yeah, I know. And it's just getting better and better. And that's just gonna be fireworks. And your fight might even be the fight of the night. So it's like people better not be sleeping on yours. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, it's going to be the fight of the night. Like no doubt about it. Like if he coming to fight, I'm coming to fight. We have a good fight.
Yes, sir.
We have a
Yes,
good fight.
sir. Of course. All right. And then
But
I got
I will.
yes, yes, of course. You're not walking out of there without a dub for sure. So I got two fun questions for you, and then I'm gonna let you go. So my first one
Uh,
is, so obviously with the pandemic, a lot of us had like some free time like after work and stuff, and we weren't able to go to like boxing events or anything. But what are some of the shows on Netflix that you were binge watching?
I'm still binge watching, but me and my girl, we watched some show called Good Girl. It's
Okay.
like, yeah, we watching that. We on like season 3 right now. We got to catch up to season 4. What else I watched? Money Heist
Money Heist.
with
Okay.
Tokyo. That's my favorite. She my favorite one. My favorite character. But uh, but yeah, I watched a few shows like
All right. Yeah, I got into All American. I don't know if you watched
oh
that.
that's
It's like the football
yeah that's
one.
my
There's so much shit in that. It is unbelievable. Like it's like not only high school, but it's like love stories and stuff. And you're like, whoa, what the
I
hell's
love
going on? Like, yeah, it's crazy.
Spence. But like as the seasons went on, Spence start complaining too much, bro. Like he start
I know.
having tantrums. I'm like, all right, come on, bro. Like you gotta chill. Like,
Yeah.
chill. But it's
Yeah.
definitely was a good show.
Yeah, and actually, like a lot of people had no clue, but they just started season 3 on the CW channel, and I've been watching it. But like this season 3 is kind of whack because like I feel like they like ran out of ideas, so like they're
Yeah.
just making like love triangles with like
Right.
the coach's daughter Spencer, and then that girl Lila. Yeah, it's just so crazy now.
Yeah.
It's nuts. It's like all right, I think it's time to move on. Yeah. All right. And then my last question is a very important one. We've been taking a poll with all the fighters. What's your favorite cheesesteak spot in Philly?
I'm gonna say Geno's.
Geno's. Oh man, that's
Yeah.
that's a tourist spot.
Yeah. Typical. Typical. Yeah. But
Gotcha.
honestly, most of the time I get cheesesteaks from the Poppy store though, like
The
the corner
Poppy
store.
stores. Yes.
The Poppy store is like that's where I mostly get my cheesesteaks from, and they never let me down. That's the way to go.
All right. I gotcha. All right. So this episode 22 with Nahir Pretty Boy Woo Albright's been brought to you by Fantasy Stands. Go follow them on Instagram and sign up for their link for fantasy sports games. Also, we still have some podcast shirts left. So if you guys want to buy some, hit up Nick. I think he's got the rest of them because I sold my portion already. So sorry, everybody. But Woo, where can everybody follow you at?
Follow me on Instagram at Pretty Boy Woo. Follow me on Facebook at Nahir Albright, Nahir Albright, Albright. And that's the 2 social medias I use. You can look me up on YouTube at Nahir Albright. And look, guys, just stay tuned for April 3rd. It's going down. And then Easter the next day, I'm gonna chill with my daughter and have fun. So we're gonna have fun, man. April 3rd come out. It's gonna be a great show, baby. Team Woo.
Yes, and then also if people want to buy tickets, I'm sure Woo's got some tickets left, but his fly though, so you're definitely gonna have to send him a DM if you want to get some tickets. All right, cool, man. Thank you so much for joining. Again, you are a great inspiration in and out of the boxing ring, so I'm so glad you were able to like share your story and all with everyone. And honestly, if anyone doesn't think this is a great interview and listening to you, then they don't have a heart. But I mean, you are a great person, and just keep doing your thing. And you are phenomenal in and out of the ring, and I'm a fan for life, for sure.
All right, bro. Appreciate it, man.
Of
I see you
course.
fight. You fight
Uh,
night.
oh yeah, of course. I'm gonna be there ringside, so I
All
got
right,
you.
all right,
All right,
man. Be
all
good.
right, man. Thank you. I'll see you.
All right.